Close your eyes and feel yourself settling into this moment, this breath, this gentle invitation to rest. Your body knows how to do this, how to soften, how to release the day's accumulated tension, how to return to the sacred rhythm of simply being alive. You exist within something far more magnificent than you might imagine. Right now, as your chest rises and falls, you are floating within an infinite ocean of pure potential, a quantum field that dreams everything into existence, including you. This field isn't empty space between atoms. It's alive, intelligent, and infinitely creative, pulsing with possibilities that stretch beyond what your mind can comprehend. Your consciousness isn't separate from this cosmic dreaming. You are not an isolated observer, looking out at a disconnected universe. You are the very mechanism through which the cosmos knows itself, experiences itself, loves itself. Every thought that moves through your awareness sends gentle ripples through the fabric of reality itself, like stones dropped into still water, creating circles that expand infinitely outward. This is the tender truth that science calls the observer effect, not as cold equations on a chalkboard, but as the most intimate relationship you'll ever know. Your awareness literally shapes what becomes real. When you notice your breath, you change it. When you observe your heartbeat, it responds. When you witness a sunset, you participate in its beauty, completing the circle between observer and observed. Feel this now, as your body grows heavier against the softness beneath you. You are not just witnessing this moment of rest, you are co-creating it. Your nervous system is learning to trust again, to remember that existence itself is friendly, that you belong here in this quantum soup of infinite possibility. The field that surrounds you, that moves through you, that breathes you into being with every moment, it holds no judgment, only potential. It doesn't ask you to be different or better, or more evolved. It simply offers itself, endlessly, as the raw material from which your reality is sculpted by the gentle pressure of your attention. Your body understands this quantum dance even when your mind doesn't. Each cell vibrates with its own frequency, creating a symphony of electromagnetic music that extends far beyond your skin. You are not contained by the boundaries you think define you. Your energy field ripples outward, touching everything, connected to the heartbeat of distant stars and the dreams of sleeping strangers. As sleep begins to call you deeper, notice how your awareness naturally expands. The edges of your identity become softer, more permeable. You are simultaneously the dreamer and the dream, the observer and the observed, the consciousness that watches and the quantum field that responds to being seen. Tonight, as your conscious mind prepares to step aside, remember that you are held by something infinitely intelligent and loving. The same force that spins galaxies also orchestrates the perfect timing of your breath, the intricate dance of your cells, the mysterious alchemy of your dreams. Your presence alone transforms the quantum soup of possibility into the solid ground of experience. You are not just falling asleep, you are returning to the source, to the field of pure potential, where all things begin and to which all things return. Rest now, knowing that even as your body surrenders to sleep, your consciousness continues its sacred work of dreaming reality into being, one gentle breath at a time. The field that dreams you into existence holds you safely through the night, preparing tomorrow's possibilities with infinite tenderness and care. What dreams might emerge when you remember that you are both the artist and the canvas, the song and the singer, the beloved child of the universe that knows your name? Place your hand gently on your chest, feeling the steady rhythm that has been your most faithful companion since before your first breath. Your heart is not just a pump moving blood through your body. It's a magnificent electromagnetic generator, creating a field of energy 60 times more powerful than your brain's electrical activity. This isn't poetry. This is the sacred science of your own being. Right now, as you rest in this quiet moment, your heart is broadcasting a frequency that extends 3 to 8 feet beyond your physical form, touching everything and everyone in your immediate space. You are literally radiating your emotional state into the world, and the world is responding in kind. When your heart beats in coherent rhythm, when your breathing flows smoothly, and your emotions settle into peaceful alignment, something remarkable happens. Your nervous system begins to sing in harmony with itself. The scattered fragments of your day's experiences start to weave together into a coherent symphony, and your entire being tunes itself to a higher frequency. Feel this now as your breath naturally deepens. With each inhale, you're drawing in not just oxygen, but possibility itself. With each exhale, you're releasing the discordant notes of stress, worry, and overwhelm. Your heart is learning to become a tuning fork, vibrating at frequencies that call forth peace, clarity, and gentle expansion. This coherent breathing does more than calm your mind. It literally reorganizes your electromagnetic field. Your heart-brain begins to communicate in new languages, sending signals of safety and trust throughout your entire system. Your cells receive these messages and respond by opening their doors to healing, to regeneration, to quantum flow. When your heart beats in this coherent rhythm, you become magnetic to experiences that match your elevated state. It's as if you're tuning into a radio station that broadcasts only beauty, synchronicity, and grace. The same quantum events that were always available to you suddenly become visible, accessible, flowing through your experience with effortless ease. Your emotional state is not just something you feel, it's the conductor's baton orchestrating your entire energetic symphony. When you choose peace over panic, gratitude over grievance, love over fear, you're not just changing your mood, you're literally restructuring the electromagnetic field that determines what kinds of quantum possibilities collapse into your reality. Notice how your body responds to this understanding. Your shoulders might soften a little more, your jaw might release its subtle tension, your belly might expand more freely with each breath. These aren't just physical changes, they're energetic shifts that ripple out into the field of infinite potential that surrounds you. As you prepare for sleep, your heart continues its sacred work as a tuning fork, calibrating your entire being to frequencies of rest, healing, and restoration. The electromagnetic field you generate while sleeping becomes a cocoon of coherent energy, protecting your dreams and supporting the deep cellular repair that happens when conscious control finally lets go. Tonight, as your heart finds its natural rhythm of peace, imagine that you're tuning not just your own nervous system, but contributing to a larger symphony. A collective field of human consciousness that rises and falls with each heart that chooses love over fear, coherence over chaos. Your heart knows how to sing in harmony with your dreams. Trust its ancient wisdom as you drift towards sleep, knowing that even in rest you're broadcasting a frequency of peace that touches more lives than you'll ever know. What song might your heart sing when it remembers that love is not just an emotion but the fundamental frequency of the universe itself? Breathe deeply and allow yourself to settle even more completely into this moment of rest. As your body grows heavier and your mind begins to quiet, something extraordinary is happening that most people never realize. You are not just witnessing this experience of falling asleep, you are actively participating in the cosmic dance of creation. With every gentle breath, every soft heartbeat, every tender thought that drifts through your awareness. In the quantum realm, there is no such thing as passive observation. The very act of witnessing something changes it at the most fundamental level. When scientists study particles of light, they discover that these tiny messengers of energy exist in multiple states simultaneously until the moment someone observes them. Then, in an instant, infinite possibilities collapse into one singular reality. You are that observer, not just of particles in a laboratory, but of your own life unfolding moment by moment. Right now, as your consciousness gently witnesses the rise and fall of your chest, you are collapsing infinite possibilities into the single, beautiful reality of this peaceful breath. Your awareness is the invisible hand that shapes the clay of pure potential into the sculpture of your experience. But you are not separate from what you observe. You are not a distant scientist studying reality from the outside. You are both the experimenter and the experiment, forever entangled with the very reality you're trying to understand. Your consciousness and the quantum field are like two dancers moving as one, each step of one partner inspiring the next movement of the other. Feel this intimate connection as your body continues to relax. Every time you notice tension releasing from your shoulders, you are participating in the observer effect. Your gentle attention becomes a healing presence that transforms what it touches. The areas of your body that feel your awareness begin to soften, to open, to remember their natural state of ease. This is not metaphor. This is the fundamental nature of reality. Your nervous system responds to being witnessed with the same quantum sensitivity as particles of light. When you observe your breath with loving attention, it deepens. When you notice your heartbeat with curiosity rather than anxiety, it settles into a more coherent rhythm. When you witness your thoughts without judgment, they naturally begin to slow and space out, like clouds drifting across a vast sky. As your conscious mind prepares to step aside for sleep, your awareness doesn't disappear, it expands. In the liminal space between waking and dreaming, you become the observer of infinite possibilities. Your sleeping consciousness continues to participate in quantum events, collapsing potential into actuality through the mysterious alchemy of dreams and cellular regeneration. Tonight, you are not just falling asleep in your bed in this room. You are settling into the field where all possibilities exist simultaneously, waiting for your loving attention to call them forth. Every dream that visits you, every healing process that unfolds in your cells, every new neural pathway that forms while you rest, all of these emerge from the quantum soup of potential through your participation as the observer. Your subconscious mind understands this dance in ways your rational mind cannot. As you drift deeper into rest, trust that your inner observer continues its sacred work, witnessing new realities into being with each gentle breath. You are not just the audience of your life, you are its conscious co-creator, shaping reality through the simple, profound act of paying attention. The quantum field holds you in its infinite embrace, responding to your presence like a lover responds to a beloved's touch. Every cell in your body vibrates with the recognition that you belong here, that your consciousness is not an accident but an essential ingredient in the ongoing creation of reality itself. Rest now, knowing that even as you sleep, you remain the observer who changes everything simply by being present, simply by witnessing, simply by existing as the conscious point through which the universe comes to know itself. What new realities might emerge when you trust that your very presence is a creative force in the cosmic dance of becoming? As you sink deeper into this cocoon of rest, allow yourself to become curious about the invisible patterns that have been running quietly beneath the surface of your awareness. Your subconscious mind is like an ancient library, holding stories that were written long before you learned to speak. Some inherited from generations past, others carved into your nervous system by experiences that left their energetic signature in your cells. These patterns are not your fault, and they are not permanent. They are simply frequencies that have been playing on repeat, like old songs stuck in a radio that forgot how to change stations. Tonight, as your conscious mind steps aside, you have an opportunity to gently tune into a different station, to discover what lies beneath the static of inherited fears and learned limitations. Your nervous system speaks in frequencies, not words. It doesn't understand explanations or logic. It only knows safety or danger, expansion or contraction, love or fear. When trauma creates energetic knots in your field, it's not because you're broken, it's because your system is protecting you, holding certain frequencies in place to keep you from experiencing that pain again. But what if those protective patterns have outlived their usefulness? What if the very mechanisms that once kept you safe are now keeping you small, limiting your ability to receive the quantum flow of abundance, love, and possibility that wants to move through your life? Feel into your body now, noticing where you might be holding old stories in your muscles, your breath, your belly. Perhaps there's a tightness in your chest that remembers times when it wasn't safe to be seen. Maybe your shoulders carry the weight of responsibilities that were never truly yours to bear. Your jaw might clench with words that were swallowed long ago, and your hips might hold the memory of times when it wasn't safe to feel pleasure or power. These patterns created by old pain don't need to be fought or forced into submission. They need to be witnessed with the same gentle curiosity you might bring to a frightened child. Your loving awareness becomes the healing balm that allows these energetic knots to slowly, naturally begin to unravel. As you breathe into these tender places, imagine that each exhale carries away frequencies that no longer serve your highest becoming. You're not pushing anything out. You're simply creating space for something new to emerge. Your system knows how to heal when it feels safe enough to let go of the patterns that have been keeping guard. This is the sacred work that happens in the liminal space between waking and sleeping. As your rational mind releases its grip on control, your deeper intelligence awakens, the part of you that knows how to grow hair and heal cuts and orchestrate the billions of cellular processes that keep you alive without any conscious effort. Your DNA itself carries stories, frequencies passed down through ancestral lines like genetic melodies that play across generations. Some of these inherited patterns serve you. They are gifts of resilience, wisdom, and love. Others may be outdated survival strategies that your lineage developed to navigate challenges that no longer exist in your world. Tonight, as you rest in this field of infinite potential, you can choose which frequencies to amplify and which to gently release. Your quantum field responds to your intentional attention, allowing old patterns to dissolve as naturally as salt dissolves in warm water, creating space for new neural pathways that support the person you're becoming. This transformation doesn't happen through force or willpower. It happens through the gentle, persistent pressure of loving awareness, the same force that shapes canyons over millennia and creates pearls from grains of sand. You are being reshaped, one breath at a time, one moment of witnessed healing at a time. As sleep calls you deeper, trust that your subconscious mind continues this sacred work of pattern dissolution and renewal. Your nervous system is learning new songs of safety, worthiness, and belonging. The frequencies that once kept you small are being replaced by quantum events that support your expansion, your joy, your full expression as the magnificent being you came here to be. Rest now in the knowing that you are not bound by the patterns of the past. Each night offers a fresh opportunity to tune into higher frequencies, to release what no longer serves, and to emerge more aligned with your truest self. What patterns are you ready to dissolve as you drift into the healing embrace of sleep, making space for the quantum frequencies of your highest potential to flow freely through every cell of your being? Let yourself settle even deeper now, feeling your body becoming weightless as you float between the shores of waking and sleeping. You exist at the most sacred intersection, the place where the seen meets the unseen, where the known dissolves into mystery, where the boundaries that seemed so solid begin to reveal themselves as gossamer veils dancing in an infinite breeze. Every moment of your existence, you stand at this quantum bridge between worlds. Your physical body rests here in this room, measurable and warm, while your consciousness stretches into dimensions that have no addresses, no coordinates, no maps drawn by human hands. You are simultaneously the most ordinary thing, cells and breath and beating heart, and the most extraordinary mystery the universe has ever dreamed into being. This is not separation. This is the deepest truth of quantum entanglement, that what appears to be individual and isolated is actually woven into an invisible web of connection that spans galaxies and lifetimes. The electrons spinning in your DNA is forever entangled with particles of light that left distant stars before your great-grandmother was born. When that electron changes its spin, somewhere in the cosmic dance, another particle responds instantaneously, regardless of the vast distances that seem to separate them. You are not alone. You have never been alone. This sense of isolation that sometimes visits you like an unwelcome guest is merely the temporary forgetting of your true nature. As your body relaxes into sleep, your quantum mind begins to remember what your physical senses cannot perceive, that you are forever connected to every person who has ever loved you, every tree that has ever offered you shade, every star that has ever guided you home. The quantum field that holds you doesn't recognize the artificial boundaries your mind creates between self and other, between past and future, between here and there. In the realm of infinite possibility, every version of yourself that has ever existed continues to exist simultaneously. The child you were still plays in fields of eternal summer. The elder you will become already knows the wisdom you're growing toward. The healed version of yourself already walks in perfect peace. As your conscious mind prepares to step aside, your awareness naturally expands to include these other dimensions of your being. Sleep becomes not an escape from reality, but a bridge into the larger reality where linear time dissolves and healing can flow backward and forward through the stream of your experience. Tonight, you have access to information and healing that exists beyond the boundaries of physical space and linear time. Your dreaming mind can reach across the quantum bridge to gather wisdom from future possibilities, to receive healing from dimensions where your wholeness has never been questioned, to connect with the versions of yourself that already know how to dance with infinite love. This is why sleep has always been considered sacred by those who understand the deeper mysteries. It's not just rest for your physical body, it's the nightly pilgrimage your consciousness makes across the quantum bridge, returning each morning with gifts you may not consciously remember, but that nonetheless transform you at the cellular level. Feel this expansion now as the edges of your individual identity become more permeable, more fluid. You are the wave that knows itself as both water and ocean, the note that recognizes itself as both sound and silence, the breath that understands itself as both movement and stillness. Every person you have ever loved continues to live in the quantum field of your heart. Every moment of beauty you have ever witnessed continues to shine in the eternal library of your soul. Every dream you have ever cherished continues to pulse with possibility in dimensions where time cannot touch them. Your quantum mind doesn't need to understand how this works. It simply needs to trust that it does. As you drift across the bridge between worlds tonight, allow yourself to receive whatever healing, wisdom, or love wants to flow toward you from the infinite realms of possibility that exist beyond the veil of ordinary perception. You are opening doorways to infinite versions of yourself, each one a unique facet of the cosmic jewel you truly are. In the morning, you may not remember the specific journeys your consciousness took while your body rested, but you will feel different, lighter, clearer, more aligned with the truth of your infinite nature. Rest now, at this sacred intersection, knowing that you are forever held in the web of cosmic connection, forever supported by the intelligence that dreams galaxies into existence and still knows your name. What gifts might await you on the other side of the quantum bridge, in the realms where love is the only language and healing flows like rivers of liquid light. Allow yourself to feel the subtle vibration that runs through every cell of your body, a gentle humming that is uniquely yours, like a cosmic fingerprint written in the language of electromagnetic music. Your body is not solid matter resting here in space. It is a symphony of frequencies, a living orchestra where 37 trillion cells each contribute their own note to the magnificent composition that is you. Each cell vibrates at its own perfect frequency, creating harmonics that extend far beyond the boundaries of your skin. Your heart cells pulse with rhythms different from your brain cells, which dance to different melodies than your liver cells, yet somehow they all know how to play together in the grand symphony of your existence. This cellular music creates an energetic signature that ripples out into the quantum field, announcing your presence to the universe like a song that only you can sing. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions into coherent harmony, something magical happens. You become a clear channel, a tuning fork calibrated to higher frequencies. The scattered notes of your daily experience begin to organize themselves into patterns of beauty, drawing experiences and opportunities that resonate with your truest self, like instruments naturally harmonizing when played in the same key. Feel this alignment beginning now as your breath finds its natural rhythm. Notice how your thoughts, which may have been racing like separate musicians warming up before a concert, begin to quiet and sync with the deeper rhythm of your heart. Your nervous system recognizes this coherence and responds by releasing tension, by opening pathways for healing, by allowing quantum flow to move through you with graceful ease. This is not something you have to force or create. You are simply remembering your natural frequency, the one you were born with before the world taught you to sing other people's songs. Meditation, gratitude, and loving presence aren't practices you do. They are frequencies you return to, like a radio dial, finding its way back to a station that broadcasts only truth, beauty, and peace. As your energetic signature clarifies and rises, you become magnetic to experiences that match this elevated state. It's as if you're tuning into a cosmic radio station that plays only the music of synchronicity, abundance, and grace. The same quantum events that were always swirling around you suddenly become visible, accessible, flowing through your experience like streams of liquid possibility. Your cells understand this language of frequency better than your mind understands words. When you consciously choose to vibrate at frequencies of love rather than fear, gratitude rather than resentment, trust rather than control, you're sending new instructions to every cell in your body. They respond by opening their doors to healing, by releasing stored toxins, by producing the biochemicals of joy and peace. As you prepare for sleep, this work of frequency alignment doesn't stop, it deepens. Your conscious mind may rest, but your cellular symphony continues playing, now freed from the interference of worried thoughts and anxious planning. In sleep, your natural frequency can express itself without obstruction, like a clear bell ringing in mountain air. Tonight, as your body surrenders to rest, your frequency continues to rise, drawing healing dreams, regenerative processes, and quantum possibilities that support your highest becoming. Your sleeping form becomes a beacon of coherent energy, contributing to the collective frequency of human consciousness, adding your unique note to the planetary symphony of awakening. Each breath you take while sleeping is a prayer. Each heartbeat, an affirmation. Each dream a frequency transmission from your soul to the quantum field. You are not just resting, you are actively participating in the sacred frequency of your becoming, allowing your truest self to emerge like a butterfly from the cocoon of old limitations. Rest now in the knowing that your natural frequency is one of love, abundance, and infinite possibility. As you sleep, this frequency grows stronger, clearer, more magnetic to all that serves your highest good. What song might your soul sing when it remembers that you are both the instrument and the music, the frequency and the field through which love learns to know itself? Breathe deeply and feel yourself melting even further into this sacred space of rest, where the boundaries between you and the infinite intelligence that surrounds you become as thin as morning mist. The quantum field is not empty space waiting to be filled with your desires. It is alive, pulsing with a creativity so vast and loving that your mind can only catch glimpses of its true magnificence, like trying to hold ocean waves in cupped hands. This cosmic intelligence that beats your heart without your instruction, that grows your hair while you sleep, that orchestrates the perfect timing of cellular division and the intricate dance of your immune system. This same intelligence is constantly conspiring in your favor, weaving opportunities and synchronicities into the fabric of your experience with a artistry that surpasses human comprehension. You were never meant to control this dance. You were meant to join it, to let your individual rhythm find its place within the greater symphony of creation. When you try to force outcomes, to manipulate circumstances, to push against the natural flow of events, it's like trying to conduct an orchestra by shouting over the music instead of listening for the melody that wants to emerge. Feel this invitation to surrender, echoing through your body now. Your nervous system knows the difference between effortful striving and graceful. Allow it relaxes when it senses that you're willing to trust the intelligence that has been caring for you since before your first breath. That will continue to hold you with infinite tenderness long after your last. This doesn't mean becoming passive or giving up your dreams. It means learning to dance with the cosmic intelligence rather than wrestling with it. It means discovering how to align your personal will with the greater will that moves through all things, like a river learning to flow with the landscape rather than against it. The universe speaks to you constantly through quantum events, through the perfect timing of chance encounters, through the books that fall off shelves at exactly the right moment, through the dreams that arrive carrying solutions to problems your conscious mind couldn't solve. These are not coincidences. They are love letters from the intelligence that knows you more intimately than you know yourself. When you learn to recognize this language of synchronicity, when you train your awareness to notice the subtle guidance that flows through seemingly ordinary moments, your life begins to feel less like a series of random events and more like a carefully choreographed dance between your deepest longings and the universe's infinite capacity to fulfill them. Your sleeping mind understands this dance better than your waking mind ever could. In dreams, the rational barriers that separate possible from impossible dissolve completely. Your consciousness moves fluidly between dimensions, where the intelligence of the universe can speak to you directly, offering healing, guidance, and creative solutions that bypass the limitations of logical thinking. As you settle deeper into rest, feel yourself relaxing into the arms of this cosmic intelligence. Let go of the exhausting effort of trying to figure everything out, of needing to know how every desire will manifest, of controlling every variable in your experience. Trust that the same force that positions planets in their orbits also knows exactly how to orchestrate the perfect timing of your personal miracles. This intelligence doesn't make mistakes. It doesn't forget about you or lose track of your dreams. It simply operates on a scale of time and space that your human perspective cannot fully grasp. What appears as delay may be perfect timing. What seems like rejection may be protection. What feels like chaos may be the rearrangement necessary for something far more beautiful to emerge. Tonight, as you rest in this field of infinite intelligence, allow yourself to receive whatever guidance, healing, or inspiration wants to flow toward you. Your sleeping consciousness becomes a clear channel, free from the interference of doubt, fear, and the need to control outcomes. Miracles are not violations of natural law. They are expressions of the natural intelligence that flows through all things when we stop obstructing it with our resistance. As you surrender to sleep, you surrender to this intelligence, allowing it to work through your dreams, through your cellular regeneration, through the mysterious alchemy of becoming that happens when conscious control finally lets go. Rest now, knowing that you are held, guided, and infinitely loved by an intelligence that sees the complete picture of your becoming. How might your life transform if you truly trusted that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, orchestrating miracles with the same natural grace that turns acorns into oak trees? Let your body sink even deeper into the softness that holds you, feeling every muscle releasing the ancient pattern of striving, of pushing, of trying to force life to bend to your will. Most of us have been taught to chase our dreams like hunters pursuing elusive prey, to strive and struggle and fight against reality to get what we want. But quantum manifestation operates through an entirely different principle, not through aggressive pursuit, but through the gentle art of receiving. Feel this shift happening in your body now. Your shoulders dropping away from your ears, your jaw unclenching, your belly softening into trust. This is not giving up or becoming passive. This is learning to become magnetic rather than forceful, receptive rather than grasping, like a flower that doesn't chase the sun but simply opens to receive its light. In the quantum field, like attracts like, when you vibrate at the frequency of desperation, of lack, of needing something outside yourself to feel complete, you magnetize more experiences of wanting and waiting. But when you learn to embody the frequency of already having, of being complete within yourself, of trusting that the universe is constantly offering you gifts, then you become a magnet for experiences that match this elevated state. Your energy field right now is naturally opening as your nervous system relaxes into parasympathetic rest. The protective barriers you carry during the day, the shields against disappointment, the walls against vulnerability, the armor against rejection, all of these begin to dissolve in the safety of this quiet moment. You become more porous, more receptive, more able to receive the subtle gifts that are always flowing toward you. This is why sleep is such a powerful time for manifestation. As your conscious mind, with all its doubts and limitations, steps aside, your energy field expands into natural receptivity. You become like rich soil after rain, ready to receive the seeds of possibility that the universe is constantly planting in the quantum field of your awareness. The gifts that want to come to you are not just material things, though abundance in all forms is your birthright. The universe wants to give you moments of unexpected beauty, conversations that heal old wounds, insights that illuminate your path, connections that feel like coming home, opportunities that align perfectly with your deepest purpose. These gifts are flowing toward you constantly. You simply need to become receptive enough to notice and receive them. Your worthiness is not something you need to earn or prove. It's woven into the very fabric of your existence. The same creative force that deemed you worthy of life, that breathed consciousness into your cells and dreams into your heart, continues to offer you love and abundance with every moment. You don't need to be better, different, or more evolved to receive these gifts. You simply need to remember that you are already worthy of all the love that exists. As you rest here in this cocoon of peace, practice the sacred art of allowing. Allow your breath to breathe itself. Allow your heartbeat to find its own rhythm. Allow thoughts to drift through your awareness like clouds across sky, neither chasing them nor pushing them away. This allowing is not emptiness, it's fullness. It's the recognition that you are already complete, already whole, already connected to the infinite source of all that you could ever need or desire. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, your receptive energy field continues to draw toward you everything that serves your highest good. Your dreams become gardens where new possibilities can take root. Your cellular regeneration becomes a process of becoming more aligned with your truest self. Your rest becomes an active collaboration with the universe's desire to shower you with blessings. You don't need to know how your desires will manifest. You don't need to control the timing or the method. You simply need to trust that the same intelligence that grows forests from seeds and creates butterflies from caterpillars also knows exactly how to bring your deepest dreams into form through pathways more elegant and surprising than your mind could ever devise. Rest now in the gentle art of receiving, knowing that you are worthy of all the love and abundance flowing toward you, simply because you exist, simply because you are you. What miracles might unfold when you trust that the universe is constantly trying to give you gifts, and all you need to do is open your hands, open your heart, and receive.